This is the Motions of the Moon lab. The setup for this week's lab is not too different from last week's lab in the Motions of the Sun. The tables are still set up in their rectangular format around the room. The lamp in the middle of the room still serves as the sun, and the constellation signs are still hanging from the ceiling. However, there are some additions that you have to bring out for this week. One thing that you have to get are these. They're small moons that your students can use. The other thing that you have to get are these. They're pinhole cameras. In the front there's a small hole that serves as the pinhole, and in the back there's a small piece of paper on which the image of the sun can be projected. And we'll show you how to use these later on. The other thing that you have to set up for this lab is the Eclipse Demo, and we'll show you how to do that as well.
Pinhole cameras! And we have sun! This is excellent. Okay, the way to use the pinhole cameras is you point the shiny side that has the pinhole up towards the sun, and you can use your shadow down here and the camera as a gnomon. So when the shadow on the ground disappears, you will find that the sun shows up on the little graph paper in the middle, and you have an image of the sun that you can then measure.
Alright, so we have an image of the sun on the pinhole camera. It's very small, it's only about 1 centimeter in diameter. The trick in measuring this thing is trying to keep the camera steady while you measure it. So that's one thing your students will have to contend with.
We have an image of the sun on the pinhole camera, and I think the easiest way to get a steady image of the sun is to lay the base of it on the ground, and that gives you something to lean on so your image is not so shaky. And you can see here that the shadow of the camera is pretty much non-existent, and we have a picture of the sun. So the sun, for the Motions of the Sun and the Motions of the Moon lab, lives back here in this corner. That's in the little hallway that goes between the Astro lab and the Cosmos lab. There are 6 pinhole cameras, of which I'm holding 3 right now. They live in the back of the storage room here, in this trash can bin thingy that holds several other things, but you can fit all 6 pinhole cameras in this bin. Please put them in white side down, black side up. That way we don't damage the camera side that's so pretty. And then this lives back here. You don't have to pull it out to put them away. I pulled it out so you can see where it is. So the constellation signs, when you take them down, you just stack them up neatly. These chains do tangle. They're a pain in the neck to untangle. So just do your best to put them away without tangling them. You can put them so that the chains face outward. This set's already been put away with the chains facing that way. So we'll set these in here. And the lid goes on. The side stays diagonal signs should point outwards when we put it up. The moon balls and the extra moon balls live in the drawer labeled moon balls. You can put these extra ones in the back, and if you turn this little stand this way, then everything fits in the drawer quite nicely.